Hello and welcome to India Narrative Conversation Series. Now let's understand, we have companies like Trident Group, the Ludhiana-based Trident Group, which is into textiles, into chemicals. We have the New Delhi-based Sara Group. Again, they're doing extremely well. But at the same time, because of this fixation about Chinese products, Chinese goods, we have actually damaged our Indian manufacturing sector. Today we have with us Dr. Ashwani Mahajan, National Co-Convener of Swadesh Jagram Manch. Thank you so much, sir, for giving us time. The Indian manufacturing industry suffered tremendously because of cheap Chinese products. But at the same time, today, there is this narrative which says that Indian manufacturers cannot be a substitute, immediate substitute to Chinese products. How do you react to that?
Between 2004 and 2014, I'm hinting at UPA regime, there was a 3,000% increase in Chinese imports.
Right.
So as a result, the kind of attack our manufacturing faced in that period was enormous, and we could not withstand the Chinese competition, not for the reason that our industry was inefficient, not for the reason that we were not capable of producing good products. The reason was that China had been deliberately dumping their products in Indian markets. In fact, directly, no manufacturer in China can sell their products to other countries. First, those manufacturers have to sell them to the public sector undertakings, PSUs, and PSU will in turn will sell it off. And in the process, they will give 20%, 25% subsidy. They were also doing a lot of wrong practices like under invoicing, or even they used to smuggle goods. So in that process, they were, on the one hand, they were trying to save import duties, also dumping goods by way of subsidization, and the worst sufferers in this whole process was our API industry, our chemical industry, even our cycle industry, and textiles, steel, other metals, your electronics, electricals, and whatnot.
So, what about raw materials?
You see, this is true that many of our manufacturers over the years have started consuming more and more of Chinese inputs, what you call raw material, intermediate. We see even in the shoe industry, in many of the industries, overnight we cannot manufacture them all, and government has also not stopped them. The only thing is that we have to now start thinking about manufacturing them here in our country. If you see what has changed in the last 2-3 months, it's not that government has suddenly stopped them. Government has started 100% checking of the products coming from China.
China has been using other countries, say Malaysia, Vietnam, Singapore, to sort of reroute their products and send them to India. And finally, we are indirectly, importing from China.
Yes, this has been a problem, and we understand that we don't have a FTA with China.
Right.
The only treaty through which China is exporting goods to us is mainly WTO. There is one other understanding also, but mainly under WTO agreement. Now we have some FTAs with some good number of countries, and ASEAN countries, and South Korea, and others. So what China does, on the one hand, they route their products manufactured in China through these countries, and secondly, what they have done is that they have established their factories in those countries.
Yes, yes.
And both ways the products are coming into India. The government has come out with a nice, good policy of rule of origin. And I think if government stands on this,
Firm on this.
and then I think we should be able to stop them. But again, I would say government's firmness is very much required, and in this case, bureaucracy's role is important. The rule of origin was there in case of e-commerce, but was not being implemented. So now it has been forced by the government. We have to follow this rule of origin in letter and spirit.